everyone, and welcome back to another Moon's Magical build, where today we are going to be doing tiny houses, one for each type of wood. As you can see, we have 8 types of wood in front of us, and how this is going to work is I've picked out 8 different types of tiny houses on my magical wheel, which are a gothic, a modern, a cabin, a tree house. That says a clerk. If you don't know what that is, it's like those thatch houses, the peasant houses from medieval times. I wanted to try one of those because I thought it'd be fun. A farmhouse, a townhome, and a boathouse. All of these are going to be built in this episode. The wheel is just to see which one is gonna go with which wood type. And what we're gonna do is, start with this first wood, the oak, and then spin the wheel to see which type of wood we're gonna do. So you can see I've got plots back here which are all 20 by 20 in which we are going to work in, just to keep sure that these houses do indeed stay tiny. So without further ado, let's spin for the oak. Let's spin the wheel. There we go. So it looks like we will be making the cabin out of the oak log. That's exciting. Looks like we're going to be making ourselves an oak cabin. So without further ado, let's hit that time lapse. Is the oak house finished. I absolutely love it. I think it turned out super duper cute. So it has that classic different textured logs, so like the logs are going in different directions. And then I saw someone did this where they just hollowed out some of the pieces of the oak logs, and to add some texture to the build, and it looks so cool. And then I added this kind of extra layer, so that way, as you're going to see inside, that we have like a little balcony indoor type thing. I can't remember what it's called, but that's up there. And out here we also have like a little chicken pen, and the chickens have this little coop thing which you can open up and they can come inside if it's dark or stormy, or if the guy just wants some company, which I think is fun. All around it we have the pod soil and coarse dirt, kind of just to represent where they're at. It's very overgrown with lots of grass and berries and bushes, and then a few of these trees, about not many but a few, and some bamboo which adds a pop of lime green and brighter color. Got a granite pathway that enters inside, and inside we have this cute little double chest area, and then, as I was saying before, it's a loft. It's called a loft. We have a loft up here which has a bed, a chest, a light, and this guy with some armor, so that way you're always ready for whatever happens. This adorable granite kitchen with chests that inside those. There's that annoying cobweb no one can ever reach and they don't bother to clean. We got this cute little table here for 2, and then we have one of these like older paintings which you kind of see in cabins sometimes, as well as the heads. Don't ask how we got a Steve head. Sometimes it's better not to ask questions. And it's well lit with a bunch of lanterns and such, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. But this is only one of 8, so without further ado, let's get into the second build, which is going to be spruce. And we're spinning away. Let's see what we're going to get. Ooh, we're getting the thatched roof one. Oh, no, yeah, the crock, which is a thatch roof. I'm actually going to show you. I have it saved up here. I was trying to find out what the peasant's house was called. It's like a crock house. And in case you're wondering what that looks like in IRL, it looks kind of like this. It's got like the curved thatch roof and lots of this. Not sure how I'm going to do this out of the spruce, but especially considering they tend to use lighter woods, but they've got like the triangle and the hay roof, and honestly, I think it'll be a fun challenge. So super cute. I love the thatch roof. I notice a lot of people do like just straight lines. I'm like, nah, we're gonna do this like I do hair. I make this like I make hair, with some of it dripping over the edge and being very fluffy. And I think that adds so much depth and character to this house that I love it. Also back here, it looks like he's got eyes in the mouth. This is a house with a lot of character. He looks like a face, and I love him for it. And yeah, we got the windows with the spruce like trapdoors on it. Obviously the spruce logs are the accent pieces. I ended up going with white terracotta. I was torn between white terracotta, white wool, and white cement, because the white wool has the better color, and cement too. The wool just clashed too much with like this texture, and the cement was just way too smooth. So despite this not being the right color for this build, it is the right texture, and I figured texture looked better than color in this case, so that's why I went with that one. They have their little farm here, which is growing carrots, potatoes, and wheat. Tons of rose bushes about, because this just looks like the house you'd see lots of rose bushes. They've got their little pig pen in the back here where they have their water, and they've made a mess and their access to food. Got lots of hay, spare hay in the back, and we got this one spruce tree, which yes, I just grew from a pine with bone meal because I could. Obviously, they've been walking on this path quite a bit, so it doesn't have grass, and in fact, some of the grass has even died because of it. But if we come in, we have the open roof ceiling, which is a main feature of this type of house, with some lanterns hanging down. Got plenty of storage space and oven, but if you don't want to cook with the oven, you can cook with the fireplace, because we have the little classic cauldron here hanging from the fireplace, which yes, is connected to the one that's actually on the roof. We then have a little double bed in the corner, and the table and chairs here. And that is our little peasant house. Now that we've got this one done, it's time to move on to our next house, which is going to be birch. I don't know why I grabbed jungler, but it's going to be birch. So, and let's spin this up. We're slowly dwindling down our choices. For the birch, we are going to be making, oh, it looks like a boathouse. Yes, that's gonna be fun with birch. Out of all the ones I've done, I've liked those two better, but it's still, I'm pleased with how I did. It's just, it was really hard to fit everything in this 20 by 20 space and make a boat and all that, so it was a challenge, but it was a fun one. So we have the actual little birch house on top of the boat, which is so small, but literally all it has is a bed and two chests, which I assume will be tied down for voyages. Though it does have these cute little windows which you can open up to let in the fresh sea air, or close up during a storm when you don't want to, you know, drown. Out here we have the little control panel for the ship. We got like the compass and whatever that does, and a map and buttons you can click and flick, and they do different things to drive the ship. Back here is where we have the furnace and some more storage. Not much, because there's just not much space on this boat. And then if we actually come back here, we have the little rotors. I didn't realize this, but these can't be waterlogged. They should be, please. I'd like those to be waterlogged, just saying. But we have those coming along that represent the rudder, which turns the ship and stuff, and also the motor that speeds the ship forward in whatever direction you want it to go. Also, if we come down here, we have this beautiful little coral forest thing. We even got its own little ravine, which is stuck that you're passing, and this is where the boat's going through. It's going through a coral reef, and just the person living on the ship is just enjoying the beauty of the ocean. So that is my little birch house, which I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Which means up next we have a jungle. So let's see what we will be building with the jungle log. Last time we made a boathouse, and let's see what type of house we are making with jungle. Okay, so we have to make a modern house using jungle wood. Well, smooth quartz, obviously the jungle wood, and then I did like I don't know, the trimmed field approach, the soccer field or football fields, depending on which country you live in, with the two different powdered concrete, and just going back and forth with them. We have a couple feature walls, which I just did this, which is just where I didn't want windows, so I did that. So there's something interesting. There's another one up there. And then these guys have this cute little pool in the back, because I felt like every modern house has a pool for some reason. It's a bit of a sitting area, and then the flowers they have are these peonies, which they have two window things, one actually under a window and one not. And then these hedges, trees, can you really call them trees? They're just they're just leaves. And then on the inside, we enter into our little opening area where we have a kitchen table. Over here is a feature wall with some paintings, and if you come in here, we have the bedroom, which has another painting, and also has straight access to the pool, because most modern houses have a back entrance in the master bedroom, or in this case the only bedroom. And then up here you have a little storage area and like this little spare thing with a cool little window. And yes, there are chests back here and they're all openable. We head back down, and then we can head and take a look at the little kitchen. It's the only other aspect of this room, which has even more storage in here, and then a little furnace to cook up, and a little jungle tree, and then as you can see there's the little flower bed up there, which I think looks nice. And this also has a back door for your guests to use to get to the pool. And this is our jungle mini modern house, and I love it. I like the slope roof, which adds like a little extra second floor type thing. I like the windows, and I think it looks very modern. I think I reached the goal pretty well. And this also marks the halfway point, so we have 4 more mini houses, tiny houses to build, the next one being acacia. So let's take a look at what we're going to be building with this wood. Okay, let's spin the wheel to see what we're doing next. Laggy wheel. Eventually it'll tell us that we are doing the farmhouse? Yeah, we're doing the farmhouse with the acacia. Farmhouse. We got a few custom acacia trees, lots of different types of flowers on the field, just so that way we make our little bees happy, which is really fun. Is if you do this and you do it in survival, it's funny because they can't hurt, in creative because they can't hurt you, so you just get like a bunch of angry bees pop out and they can't do anything to stop you. So we have a bunch of bees in there, and then all the little farm animals in the back, making this a true farmhouse. We got 2 of each. And yeah, so that's the outside. We got the classic porch that every farmhouse had. I debated doing like the second, some of them have second floor, but this is a tiny house, so no second layer porch, just the first one. And if we come in, there's like a step up and then a step down. It's a bit weird like that. And inside we have the cute little kitchen with the classic black and white floor and some furnaces and some storage for your foods and stuff. And then we have the little dining table, which is a bit bigger than some of the other ones we had, because you know, in the farmhouse you didn't have a family, even though there's not really room for a family. There's only 2 beds upstairs, but you know, you could squeeze a few more beds if you needed to in here. Got this little this cute little display thing. I like the idea of putting the pools here, like they're supporting the bookshelves. Looks a bit precarious, but also looks kind of fun, and I just threw a creeper head down there. Of course, we have the back door, so that way we can go and see our animals that way. And then we go up this ladder to the second floor. We got tons of chests and barrels, and just apparently you can't open chests when there's a barrel on top of them. Did not know that, but now I do. And then we got like the armor here, and we got like the cozy little bed, and then an enchantment table, which I don't believe is level 30, but I guess I should test. It's level 21, so you know, not bad. So a level 21 enchanting area here with like the lanterns and stuff. You can make it higher if you wanted to. I didn't want to cover the cute little window. Look at these cute little windows. We have 3 of those. There's one there, one over the bed, and then one over here as well. And this is the little farmhouse, which I think is super cute. But we still have 3 more tiny houses to go, and the next one being the last of the overworld wood, which is the dark oak or ebon log in the Shakespearean. So let's take a look at our wheel and see what we will be building with this one. Alright, last time we built a farmhouse. This time it's either going to be a tree house, it's going to be gothic, which would be cool, or a townhome. And it looks like we're going to be building a gothic with the dark oak. Like that, the dark oak house is done. I went for a slightly spookier since it is the gothic theme. When I think gothic, I think of like the cathedrals with lots of stone and mossy. I even gave them a little a graveyard here where the family has all perished. And then the roof I thought was kind of fun. I got like stone and wood, almost like they've been patching the roof with just like wood planks and stuff as it aged, and like slowly replacing the roof as it just falls apart. Got a bunch of dead trees and a couple bushes. The outside's not as decorated as some of the others, mostly because this house is bigger than a lot of the others, so it takes up more of the space, and so the graveyard's kind of the defining feature on the outside. We do have this tower. There is no way up to the tower, it's just a feature, but if you go in, you do get this cool little hanging like chandelier type thing. We have 2 sets of armor here, and the kitchen, of course, with storage hidden in. We come over here for like a little dining room table, and then this one has 2 bedrooms. We have a little bedroom in here, and then we have a double bedroom in here. So lots of space for people to live. You can have up to 3 people living here instead of the normal 1 to 2 that the other houses have had. And then up here you got plenty of storage. Just mind the cobwebs. No one's been in here for a while. That's all. And that is this entire house done up. I like it. I think it's cool. Would I say it's one of my favorites I've done? No, but I like the style and the design and like the palette chosen. But we still have 2 entire plots to go, both of which will be the nether wood, because I wanted to do both of the nether wood as well. So we'll be starting off with our crimson logs. So let's see which of the 2 we are going to be, what type of tiny house we're going to be making the crimson logs with. So if we spin this, it's either going to be a tree house or a townhouse. Now it looks like it's going to be a tree house, meaning that the next one is going to be the townhouse. So what I'm going to do is actually build both of them at the same time, just since we know what it is. Special, starting out with our crimson wood tree house. It's kind of small, but I thought it was kind of fun. I enjoyed, I think, doing the train more than I did an actual tree house, but it is a fully functioning tree house placed in like this weird nether-like biome with this giant dead tree. The tree house, the person who put the tree house on was not kind to the tree, and the tree has died because of it, hence why there's no leaves. But we got lots of netherwort growing and mushrooms and some actual crimson trees. And the way that you get to this is precariously next to the lava river. You walk up here and you hop up this ladder, and floor 1 just has some furnaces, floor 2 a bit of storage, and floor 3 a bed. So I think this is the second smallest one that I've done. The first being the boathouse still is, ooh, mistake. The first one's still the boathouse being the absolute smallest, but I have fun doing it. I like the biome it's in. Not my favorite build, but the biome's pretty cool. And then over here is one that I think turned out so cute, and it's the little crimson one. I love this house. I love this little townhouse and the style, like the stone brick and then the dark prismarine. It looks so cute and I loves it. And it's got the classic townhouse windows, and it's got this little scaffolding, which we'll talk about later. And then of course it has a little backyard with some flowers that planted about, which, you know, because they always have those tiny backyards that you can go to and maybe plant a single potato if you're lucky. And if we go inside, they're fully decorated. We have the dining room. We have a teeny tiny kitchen, boat kitchen, and then all the storage for this house. This floor is right here, and then you have your double bedroom in here. So not bad. Then let's move on to the second floor, which you actually have to climb a bunch of ladders. So you actually go up and across and up and across, kind of like in an actual townhouse. They have the escape ones. There are townhouses where this is the way you get up, is through ladders. I think it's stupid and it's horrible taking groceries out, but I really wanted to make one of those annoying type. But if you come up here, it is the bigger apartment with a huge room, which you could probably put more storage and things in. Have decent sized mini little kitchen with a bit of storage here and a dining table and a very cozy spot, I'd say. But the main feature of this is yet another ladder, which leads you to a huge storage shed, or literally this could be whatever you want. It tries to make up for the fact that there's so many ladders you have to climb just to get into your apartment. But don't worry, this is perfectly safe. It's not like you can do that. Yeah, totally not. But I like to look at this for the real. I feel like this actually looks like the pattern that's on some of those escape routes. It's not the right color, but seeing as this is a warped, or yeah, a twisted or warped depending build, I thought it made perfect sense to use those for that. And that is all 8 of the wood types, building tiny houses for them all. And now it's time for you guys to let me know in the comment section which one of these was your favorite. And also your least favorite. I'm curious which one you disliked. For me, my favorite, I think, is the modern one. I love how that one turned out. And my least favorite would have to be the boathouse. It's kind of sad. It's a sad house, but you know, I tried. Also in the comments, let me know if you have any other moon magical build ideas you would like me to do, if you enjoyed this video, or if you prefer the longer style ones I have where I just do one giant build. You know, I'm always looking for feedback and interested in it, so make sure to give me some. And also, if you enjoyed this video and are interested in other content like this, or maybe check out some of my other videos I have on my channel, and maybe even consider subscribing or leaving a like. I'm on the road to getting 100 subscribers, so you know, I'm trying to see if I can do it before the end of the year. That's kind of my goal, is 100 before the end of the year. So maybe try to help me out with that goal by hitting the subscribe button and also the like button so this video gets out to more people. But this is all the time I have today. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye!